Hello again. This is the second week of CBI's Fall Prevention Education Program. This week, we will be covering nutrition and how it relates to falls. Again, we will be using community talking points as our guideline, but feel free to use the retirement talking points in your classes. And just a reminder, both talking points contain the same information, just divided differently. So let's go right into it. Okay, so nutrition's main topics this week are malnutrition, the positive effects of protein, calcium, and vitamin D, and the importance of hydration in Canada's food guide. Let's begin. Malnutrition. People with poor nutritional status fall more often, and they are likely to experience weakness and fatigue. People with poor nutrition can experience greater injury if a fall does occur, such as bone fractures. And unintentional weight loss is a strong association with falls. It is associated with loss of muscle mass, strength, and function, which already normally occurs with age. A lack of energy can be fixed by eating properly, and weight loss is associated with conditions such as cancer, heart failure, and COPD. Ensure there's an adequate calorie intake. Women over age 50 should consume between 1,600 to 2,200 calories per day, depending on activity level, and men over age 50 should consume between 2,000 and 2,800 calories per day, depending on activity level. Older adults benefit from a higher BMI than younger adults. BMI is a ratio of weight to height that is an estimate of body composition, or how much body fat there is. Older adults need more of a metabolic and nutritional reserve, and older adults should not be concerned with weight loss. Those with a BMI between 25 to 29.9 are at the lowest risk of mortality. And you can calculate BMI by weight in kilograms divided by height in meters squared. Waist circumference should remain as low as possible, even with a high BMI. It is a measure of fat carried around the waist in under 102 centimeters or 40 inches for men and 88 centimeters or 35 inches for women. It is a good indicator of many health risks such as heart disease and diabetes. And it matters less about how much fat you have and more about where you carry it. Protein? Protein helps to build muscle mass, and it is good to eat between 20 to 30 grams 3 times a day to increase muscle growth. This is the equivalent of 2 eggs or 75 grams of meat per meal. You should eat 60 to 90 minutes before and 1 hour after exercise to maximize muscle growth. Calcium builds strong bones and it is absorbed less effectively as we age. An adequate intake can slow bone loss and lower fracture risk. You need 1,200 milligrams of calcium every day from food and/or supplements. There's about 300 milligrams in 1 cup of milk. And vitamin D. Vitamin D has an impact on muscle strength, function, as well as gait and stability. It increases calcium absorption into the bones, and low levels are associated with falls in older adults. There is a need for vitamin D as you age, especially after the age of 50. It is difficult to get enough from diet and sun alone. It is recommended to take a supplement of 400 IUs per day, but you should talk to your doctor or dietitian for more recommendations. In terms of hydration, dehydration can cause a feeling of being dizzy or faint and can lower blood pressure, which can lead to falls. Some medications can contribute to dehydration, such as high blood pressure medication and diuretics. Medications ending in pril or sin, as well as water pills. Signs of dehydration include thirst, dry lips or mouth, weight loss, constipation, flushed skin, headache, dizziness, dark urine, low blood pressure, and increased heart rate. And the aim is to have 8 to 12 cups of fluids per day, which can include water, milk, juice, soup, or coffee or tea. But we should limit our caffeinated beverages to 3 per day, as it can have a diuretic effect. And Canada's Food Guide. Canada's Food Guide recommendations for those over 50 say that one should have 7 servings of fruit and vegetables, 6 to 7 servings of grain and products, and 3 servings of milk and alternatives, and 2 to 3 servings of meat and alternatives. This week's topics was a bit longer than physical activity, but it still should only take about 5 minutes. Again, feel free to take as long as you would like, as long as all the points are addressed properly. I would recommend printing out talking points if you haven't already. It can be quite difficult to remember all of these while conducting class. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me. Have a good day.